It is a year since we launched the Royal Foundation Centre for Early Childhood, and the reason for the centre's launch was twofold. It was to not only help improve the early childhood outcomes, but it's also about prevention.
Earlier this year, we asked you 5 big questions about raising our under 5s. We wanted to hear what you think about the importance of the earliest years of our children's lives.
For years, Kate Middleton has captivated the world. But a recent revelation has sent shockwaves through royal watchers and historians alike. In an unexpected turn of events, Pope Francis has broken his silence with information that could change the way we see the Princess of Wales forever. This isn't just another piece of royal gossip. What the Pope has shared connects the Vatican to Kate in a way no one saw coming. What untold secrets link one of the most beloved British royals to the heart of the Catholic Church? Join us as the truth behind this revelation may challenge everything we thought we knew. Pope Francis's near-death battle. Pope Francis has been in the news a lot recently, but not for a good reason. The 88-year-old leader of the Catholic Church has just come out of the most serious health crisis of his 12-year papacy. Many were unaware of how close he came to death, but his medical team has now revealed just how dire his situation was during his 38-day stay at Rome's Gemelli Hospital.
Last 2 hours, Pope Francis made his first public appearance from his hospital balcony after spending a month battling double pneumonia. You see it here.
The Pope entered the hospital on February 14th for what seemed to be a typical bronchitis diagnosis. The situation deteriorated rapidly after his first diagnosis because he developed double pneumonia, which presented a critical threat to his health as an individual with previous medical conditions.
Crowds in St. Peter's Square cheered and celebrated the Pope's recovery. Pope Francis even spoke into the microphone to briefly address the crowd. And this is video of the Pope leaving the hospital about an hour later after being discharged officially.
As a young man, Francis had pleurisy and had part of one lung removed, making any respiratory infection particularly dangerous for him. Throughout his hospital stay, the Vatican provided regular updates, which was unusual given how private they usually are about papal health matters. The updates revealed Francis experienced 4 severe respiratory crises, during which he battled powerful coughing spells that made breathing difficult. The doctor Sergio Alfieri reported that 2 of these respiratory crises endangered the Pope's life to the point where it could have been fatal. The scariest moment came on February 28th. That night, Pope Francis suffered a breathing crisis so extreme that he almost choked on his own vomit. Alfieri recalled that at this point, the medical team faced a heartbreaking decision. Should they stop treatment and allow the Pope to pass peacefully, or should they push forward with every available drug and therapy, knowing the risks involved? In the end, they decided to fight. The Pope's personal nurse, Massimiliano Strapetti, played a crucial role in this decision. He urged the doctors not to give up, telling them to do everything possible to save Francis, even though aggressive treatment could harm other organs, such as his kidneys and bone marrow. For days, the Pope's body struggled under the intense medical interventions. The risk of organ failure loomed. But then something remarkable happened. He began to respond to the treatment. His lungs slowly started to recover, and his infection eased. On Sunday, after more than a month in the hospital, Pope Francis finally returned to the Vatican.
The Pope will now need rest and therapy, but the Vatican says his spirits are high. He will continue to recover at Casa Santa Marta, which is his residence at the Vatican.
He has been prescribed 2 months of rest to allow his body to fully heal. His public appearances will likely be limited in the coming weeks, though he did make a brief but emotional appearance on a hospital balcony to wave at well-wishers before his release.
Francis set to be released from the hospital after a 5-week-long health battle that nearly turned deadly.
Dr. Alfieri noted that witnessing Pope Francis greet the public at his hospital window ranked among the most heartwarming episodes of his recovery process. The strong demonstration of his resilience became clear when Francis stood among the people to greet them after enduring all that he had gone through. Pope Francis has previously battled serious health issues, and he might encounter additional health challenges in the future. His determination becomes evident because he refuses to surrender to difficult situations. The recent health issues Pope Francis has faced serve as evidence about the vulnerable nature of human existence, even for those who lead nations. The timing of his health emergency happens while Princess Kate Middleton faces her medical difficulties.
For all the wonderful messages of support and for your understanding whilst I've been recovering from surgery. It has been an incredibly tough couple of months for our entire family, but I've had a fantastic medical team who have taken great care of me, for which I'm so grateful.
As a highly visible public figure, while their lives are vastly different,
It is a year since we launched the Royal Foundation Centre for Early Childhood, and the reason for the centre's launch was twofold. It was to not only help improve the early childhood outcomes, but it's also about prevention.
both have experienced the vulnerability that comes with serious illness. Perhaps this shared experience is why Pope Francis recently had something to say about Kate. After all, facing a health battle changes a person, and Francis, more than anyone, understands what it means to fight for life. After surviving a near-fatal illness, could Pope Francis's struggle now shape history? A historic meeting with Pope Francis. King Charles and Queen Camilla are preparing for a significant overseas trip next year, as Buckingham Palace has officially announced their first state visits of 2025. The royal couple will be traveling to Italy and the Vatican City in early April, where they will have the honor of meeting Pope Francis. According to the palace, Their Majesties will be visiting the Holy See and the Republic of Italy as part of their diplomatic engagements. A major highlight of the trip will be their participation in the 2025 Jubilee Year celebrations alongside Pope Francis. Every 25 years, the Catholic Church celebrates the Jubilee as its most important religious observance. The event brings spiritual growth together with unity through its main theme of Pilgrims of Hope.
Yeah, thanks, Ashley. Now, it's no secret that spots in Bryan College Station have been here for a while. Everything from historic homes, schools, and even some churches. And RKAG's Andrea Uribe actually spoke with the leaders of one church that's marking their 150th year in the community.
During their period at the Vatican, King Charles and Queen Camilla will conduct multiple events across Rome and Ravenna to enhance the long-standing bond between the United Kingdom and Italy. As of now, the exact dates and full itinerary for the visit have not been disclosed. The palace has stated that more details will be shared in due course. This trip marks King Charles' first official visit to Italy and the Vatican as monarch. However, he is no stranger to the country. Over the years, he has traveled to Italy an impressive 17 times and has visited the Holy See on 5 separate occasions. One of his most memorable visits to Italy was in 1985 when he traveled with his late wife, Princess Diana.
The driver of the aircraft steps at Olbia Airport first parked the steps in the wrong place, reversed, stalled, missed, then gently collided with the VC-10. Nothing to ruffle the royal couple, though, as they stepped onto Sardinian soil.
The couple was famously photographed enjoying a gondola ride through Venice's Grand Canal. More recently, in 2017, King Charles and Queen Camilla spent nearly a week touring Rome, Florence, Naples, and Vatican City. Ahead of their journey, King Charles and Queen Camilla will host a special dinner at Highgrove House, their private residence, to celebrate the strong cultural ties between the UK and Italy. The guest list includes notable figures such as Italian-American actor Stanley Tucci and Italy's ambassador to the UK, Inigo Lambertini. The palace has revealed that the dinner will focus on themes of slow food and slow fashion, two movements that emphasize sustainability and craftsmanship. The menu for the evening has been curated by world-renowned Italian chef Francesco Mazzei and will take inspiration from Stanley Tucci's love of Italian cuisine. While all ingredients will be sourced from within the UK, the dishes will be prepared using traditional Italian techniques, blending the best of both cultures. Guests will have the privilege to savor gourmet cuisine while enjoying cocktails created by internationally acclaimed Italian mixologist Alessandro Palazzi. The drinks at the dinner will combine Italian flavors using fresh herbs that the Highgrove Gardens provide. Students from the King's Foundation training programs will demonstrate their traditional craftsmanship skills before the dinner, which strengthens King Charles's enduring dedication to heritage preservation and artisanal trades. Public excitement about the royal visit reflects a major turning point in the reign of King Charles, according to many observers. The statue signifies the ongoing diplomatic ties between UK and Italy, together with the King's deep personal link to that nation. The chance to greet Pope Francis during the Jubilee year adds substantial value to the visit. International observers, along with royal enthusiasts, wait for additional information about the upcoming royal visit, which will establish a meaningful period for the British monarchy as well as the Vatican. Was the royal visit destined to fail before it even began?
As confirmed, the King and Queen's visit to the Vatican has been postponed as the Pope receives treatment from his respiratory illness. The 88-year-old was hospitalised for 38 days and is...
The royals postpone Vatican visit. King Charles and Queen Camilla postponed their meeting with Pope Francis at the Vatican due to his declining health condition. Buckingham Palace declared that the royal couple and the Vatican agreed to delay their meeting because Pope Francis needed medical rest following his declining health condition. The official statement from the palace revealed that both parties agreed to postpone the meeting because doctors advised Pope Francis to rest without official responsibilities. The King and Queen sent their best wishes to the Pope while expressing their hope to reschedule the visit when he recovers enough to see them. Pope Francis, who was recently discharged from the hospital after a grueling 38-day stay, has now returned to his residence at Casa Santa Marta in the Vatican. His doctors have advised him to take at least 2 months to recover fully.
Of course, he has in critical condition. That means that one patient of 88 years old with chronic lung disease and you have some infection, virus, mycetes and bacteria. Critical condition, but he's fine now.
Dr. Luigi Carbone, one of his physicians, shared that the Pope will not be able to carry out his usual routine of daily meetings during this time. With uncertainty surrounding how many public appearances Pope Francis will make in the coming weeks, Vatican Secretary of State Cardinal Pietro Parolin told reporters that they will only bring the most urgent matters to the Pope's attention. They want to ensure he is not overwhelmed while he regains his strength.
3 more refugee families from Syria have been welcomed at the Vatican this week, 2 Christian families and 1 Muslim, and they are staying in the apartments at the Vatican.
Initially, the King and Queen's visit to the Holy See included not just a private audience with Pope Francis, but also a tour of the historic Papal Basilica of St. Peter, Paul's outside the walls, and a special service at the Sistine Chapel. However, with the Pope's current health situation, those plans will now be pushed to a later date. While it is disappointing that the visit cannot happen as scheduled, both the Vatican and the British royals agree that the Pope's health must come first. King Charles and Queen Camilla remain hopeful that once Pope Francis has fully recovered, they will have the opportunity to visit and spend time with him in better circumstances. If one royal visit could be postponed in plain sight, what else could be hidden from the public? The princess disappearance. The world spent months wondering about the location of Catherine, Princess of Wales.
Seeing some of the activities here today with the 1851 Trust and what the kids have been doing here, it's really exciting seeing different elements behind I suppose, the racing as well.
The public last saw Princess Catherine at a church service with her royal family members on Christmas Day 2023 at Sandringham. Kensington Palace provided no information after her disappearance, leading people to guess wildly about her whereabouts. The palace declared in January that Catherine, who is commonly known as Kate Middleton, underwent planned abdominal surgical procedures. The announcement indicated that she would remain absent from public duties until after Easter. The absence of updates from Kensington Palace during months without new photos or public appearances transformed public curiosity into deep speculation. X users, formerly known as Twitter, spread baseless stories about the state of her health as well as her location. People resorted to forming their own theories because there was no authorized information available to them. People made light of her condition by suggesting she underwent a Brazilian butt lift procedure, and others believed she was letting her bangs grow normally. Beyond the comedic content, people started sharing serious and dramatic speculations about her situation. Internet users presented two conflicting explanations about her condition by saying she was in a coma or had already died. Rumors circulated about a potential split between Prince William and his wife. An attempt to disprove rumors led TMZ to publish a poorly focused photograph showing Catherine in a car near Windsor Castle. The photograph showed her wearing dark sunglasses from a distant perspective, which made it uncertain whether the person was actually Catherine. The published photo failed to provide any reassurance to those who doubted the situation. Internet sleuths questioned the identification of the woman in the image because she could have been any person, which strengthened the speculation. Major news outlets operating in the United Kingdom decided against showing the photograph. Reports indicated that Kensington Palace had requested media outlets to avoid publishing the picture, while numerous British media organizations chose to follow this request to protect their royal family relationships. British royal privacy laws, together with strict regulations, restricted press coverage about the matter. The palace made attempts to maintain control of the story. But the image circulated rapidly throughout the internet, which generated additional conspiracy theories. A new level of controversy occurred when Kensington Palace distributed a Mother's Day photograph featuring Catherine alongside her 3 children. The public received no reassurance from this image because it raised more unanswered questions. Almost immediately, people noticed inconsistencies. The shadows on the image were unnatural, while Catherine's hands had an unusual form, and the background plants showed an unseasonable appearance. Online detectives analyzed the image to conclude it had been tampered with, so major news agencies, including Associated Press and Getty Images and AFP and Reuters, ordered all distribution of the photo to stop. Through a Kensington Palace statement, Catherine acknowledged using photo editing techniques occasionally when she took pictures. The palace announcement failed to lessen doubts about the matter among the public. The public found it unusual that the picture had been attributed to Prince William, and they wondered about the reason behind sharing this modified image. The extended period of Catherine's silence made the mystery about her disappearance even harder to solve. Public speculation intensified because the palace had not officially announced forthcoming public appearances by Catherine. Royal watchers disagreed about whether the palace would orchestrate Catherine's return, or whether they truly accepted the official explanations. People waited for multiple weeks to witness how and when the Princess of Wales would reappear in public. But what if the speculation wasn't just wild rumor? What if there was a truth even more shocking than anyone imagined? Kate Middleton's cancer diagnosis.
I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you personally for all the wonderful messages of support and for your understanding whilst I've been recovering from surgery.
The princess delivered an emotional video to silence all speculation by revealing her cancer diagnosis and chemotherapy treatment.
Being treated for cancer. So the princess's announcement also spurred a flood of apologies. Actress Blake Lively saying, she is mortified about her joke about Kate Middleton's Photoshop fail.
On March 22, 2024, Catherine, Princess of Wales, disclosed personal details about her major abdominal operation, which she had received during January. Medical staff thought she suffered from a non-cancerous condition when they performed the treatment, which they initially considered a success. Following the medical tests after surgery, doctors discovered cancer, thus prompting her medical team to recommend preventive chemotherapy. She was already receiving early-stage treatment before doctors delivered the unexpected cancer diagnosis to her. Kate had spoken candidly about how she and Prince William had done everything they could to process the news privately while protecting their young family. She had explained that the past few months had been challenging, not only because of the surgery and her recovery, but also because they had needed time to explain the situation to Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis in a way that had been appropriate for their ages. More than anything, she had wanted to reassure them that she was going to be okay. She had also expressed deep gratitude for the public's love and support, but had asked for space and privacy as she focused on her health and recovery. Her absence from public life had fueled endless speculation for months. It had all begun on January 16th, when Kensington Palace had announced that Kate had been admitted to the London clinic for a planned abdominal surgery. The palace had not disclosed the specific nature of her condition, but had confirmed that the procedure had been successful and that her medical team had initially believed it was non-cancerous. In the same statement, the palace had made it clear that Kate would not be returning to her royal duties until after Easter and had asked for privacy, emphasizing that she and her family had wished to maintain as much normalcy as possible for their children. The palace released an announcement on January 29th, which confirmed that Kate had left the hospital and returned to Windsor to recover at home. The statement noted her improvement, and she showed appreciation to medical staff at the London clinic, especially nurses who provided her care. The family received massive appreciation from all corners of the world, according to the statement. Public speculation increased dramatically because no evidence existed to show her departure from the hospital. Theories about her departure from hospital filled social media platforms as people debated her true whereabouts and accused the palace of concealing facts. As weeks had passed with no sign of Kate, rumors had escalated, from claims that she had been in a coma to bizarre theories that she had left the country for secret treatment. Then, on March 22nd, Kate had finally broken her silence with her heartfelt video message, ending months of rumors and uncertainty.
In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London, and at the time, it was thought that my condition was non-cancerous. The surgery was successful. However, tests after the operation...
While her announcement had been met with sadness, it had also prompted an outpouring of support and admiration for the strength and grace she had displayed in sharing such personal news. Many had praised her for her honesty and for prioritizing her family's well-being throughout the difficult process. But after months of secrecy and uncertainty, could the world finally believe that Kate's story had a hopeful ending? Kate Middleton's journey to recovery. The good news arrived in September 2024 when Princess Kate revealed she had completed chemotherapy and overcome cancer. She announced her remission to the world through an official statement in January 2025. The princess shared her relief and appreciation for her situation because adjusting to life after cancer diagnosis took time, but she dedicated herself to healing and looking forward to the coming year. She had also thanked everyone for their continued support, emphasizing that there was so much to look forward to. Kate had made her long-awaited return to public life on June 15th, attending Trooping the Colour, the annual event celebrating the King's birthday. It had been her first public appearance since her diagnosis, and her presence had been met with warmth and admiration. She had looked radiant, clearly in good health and back on her feet after months of treatment. A few weeks later, she had stepped out again for her second public appearance since sharing her diagnosis, attending the men's singles final at Wimbledon. people erupted into applause when Kate Middleton entered the royal box with Princess Charlotte as she received a standing ovation from her fans. Her entrance with her daughter, Princess Charlotte, brought a powerful moment which served as both her public comeback and a testament to her health triumphs. Despite all the speculation, Kate had never publicly revealed the specific type of cancer she had been treated for. She had shared that it had been discovered following her abdominal surgery in January, but beyond that, she had kept details private. Medical experts had pointed out that cancers found through abdominal surgery were often related to the gastrointestinal, genital, or urinary systems, but they had also emphasized that there could have been many possibilities. What mattered most now was that Kate was healthy, strong, and moving forward with her life. Through determination and grace, she had confronted her most difficult test and was now embracing the future with optimism. She returned to doing what she loved thanks to the unwavering support of her family and the international community, while looking forward to numerous promising days ahead. What would happen if the Pope's illness lingers? Do you think the royal family was completely open about Kate's illness throughout the process? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.